folks, wherever you might be in the world today. My name is Nicole Rundlet. I'm the Energy Segment Business Lead for Beijer Electronics. And thank you so much for joining us on this call this afternoon or this evening, wherever you happen to be in our world. I will go ahead and proceed. We are going to talk about today our supercharging your EV business and how we can look at complete display and data communication solutions for electrical vehicle charging. And Beijer Electronics Group started out about 100 years ago as a component supplier in Sweden. And at the time, the vast majority of their sales were generated through third-party products. However, as the years and decades move forward, we've provided innovation and acquisitions to build out our portfolio. And today, we are a global presence with 3 independent business entities, which supplies smart automation and industrial communication products to the world. And today, our majority of our sales actually are from the products that we have developed internally. Getting into the EV charger market, this chart shows the global compound annual growth rate expected for the adoption of electric vehicles. The data for the gasoline engines shows a drop from 92% in 2019 to just under half of all passenger vehicles on the road by 2030. And of most significance to us is the projected compound annual growth rate of close to 40% over the period from 2020 to 2027. And there's no doubt to anyone on this call that EVs are on a very steep adoption curve, and we all need to be preparing for the inevitable. And this slide shows that there are essentially 2 types of chargers. There are AC and DC direct current. AC chargers are mainly found at homes and businesses where charging rates are not as critical. And DC chargers are much faster, and they tend to reside in charging hubs where waiting is not necessarily a luxury. And there are currently 3 main levels which range in miles per hour of charging time. And Beijer seems to have greater opportunities in the level 2 and level 3 DC charging, fast charging markets, where the charging rates are now approaching 90 to 120 miles of range in a 20 to 30 minute charge window. So also the charging pile hardware for these DC type charging stations may vary anywhere between $30,000 and $50,000 US dollars. So they're a significant investment to the charging point operators. And the home and business chargers located on the left-hand side of the screen cost a lot less, typically don't appear in commercial stations where an HMI and pay method is required. Now for justification, Norway has already instituted a ban on internal combustion engine cars by 2025. And the UK has followed suit, and other countries are planning to follow. And the United States, here in Washington State, where I live, we actually moved forward with a bill that was eventually vetoed over concerns of road usage fees that are normally gained through the taxes on the gasoline and the diesel fuel. So until we figure out how we're going to tax electricity, that'll continue to be an issue in some areas. And from the graph on the right-hand side of the page, you will see that while the total number of passenger cars on the road continue to increase through the year 2050, the makeup will eventually be driven by electric vehicle sales in the next approximately 10 years. Volvo, another major auto manufacturer, plans to have 50% of its sales fully electric by the year 2025. And it will only sell electric vehicles by the year 2030. Here in the United States, General Motors has also made a dramatic announcement saying that they aspire to sell only zero-emission vehicles by the year 2035. So certainly the trend is more toward EVs globally. Specifically, the next slides are going to discuss how Beijer Electronics and Cornix products can help EV charging companies succeed. So we can help you supercharge your EV business. And countries all around the globe are joining forces to help reduce greenhouse gas emissions and to help reduce the impact on our planet's climate. Electric vehicles help in that effort by adding greater sustainability to our transportation markets. However, we must build an infrastructure of reliable and readily accessible stations to make this realistic for the masses. And as consumers, we expect the entire experience of filling our cars easy and without unnecessary interruptions. And that could be whether gasoline, diesel, or electricity. So giving your consumers a simple, intuitive experience. And one of the more annoying things in our lives is getting off at a remote exit where there maybe only be one gas station, only to find that they're either out of fuel, the pumps are broken, or only cash is accepted because the credit card system is down. So people want and they expect to fill or charge their vehicles simply. And we want the interface to be intuitive and not requiring an advanced college degree to operate. We want reliability in all weather conditions, and we'll all enjoy the really personalized touch that today's technology can bring us. And reliable, always on charging. If there are any OEMs today on the call, we know you expect the products that you utilize in your systems to be reliable and durable. Also, being able to maintain your fleet of chargers by allowing for remote access for project upgrades to the system, thereby reducing the number of on-site service visits by service techs. And the data stream has to work both ways as well. So being able to move and manipulate the data easily to and from the central management system is absolutely critical. And finally, making vehicle charging a pleasure and not a pain. And regardless of the design of the charger and the layout of the station, the charge point operators need to maximize their revenue. And this is accomplished through providing a pleasant experience for the consumer and being able to adapt readily to the changing needs of the consumer. Branding your equipment, in addition to the station itself, helps lend itself to promoting the company. Also, as expected with any business entity that we interact with, data must be transferred securely, whether that's through hardwire or wireless connections. And in this next section, I'll introduce you to some of the key product families which can provide a world-class user experience to the EV charging market. And I will preface the next few slides to note that Beijer Electronics has over 30 years of experience designing and manufacturing rugged display panels. And with that, whether you're an OEM who builds the charging hardware or a charge point operator who designs the stations, displays that the consumer interfaces with need to be ready to go directly out of the box. And as you can see, the display prominently mounted on the charging pile itself. Our displays are 100% factory tested. They are IP65 or 66 ingress protection for all weather and rainy conditions. And they have UV resistance built into the screens. And they're able to withstand a variety of extreme environmental conditions, which are most for anyone hoping to succeed in this particular business. And our X2 Extreme HMIs are the rugged subset of our entire family of X2 industrial HMI lines. These panels are used in remote locations around the world where they are expected to operate 24/7 and exposed to harsh outside conditions and elements. And on some EV charger manufacturers' web pages, I've read that the OEMs expect their charging pile and hardware to last for up to 10 years. So with that intended lifespan, you don't want to install lower quality HMIs that fail prematurely. And if you look at the various products here, you'll see that we have three standard versions of the X2 Extreme. We have the standard version, and we have the high performance version, and we have a fully sealed version. All of these come in 7, 12, and 15 inches in size. Some are in standard brightness and some up to 1,000 nits of brightness. And as I said, some of these are completely sealed units. And the operating range is minus 30 degrees C to plus 70 degrees C. So a very wide temperature range for almost any conditions, whether it's in the Arctic or whether it's in the Sahara Desert. And of course, we can also download Codisys software to be native on the HMIs so that you can have built-in PLC functionality. And so why choose the X2 Extreme? Well, there are a lot of reasons, but I'd like to highlight just a few of those for you here. Of course, mentioned the wide temperature range, -30 to 70, +70 C. We have the high brightness display option, which is perfect for outdoor conditions where you have the sun shining directly on the charger itself. We offer the high ingress protection rating for high intensity rainfall. So either IP66, NEMA 4X/12, and UL type 4X/12. They're rated for high vibration environments as well. So not that the EV charging stations are necessarily high vibration, but you never know with the types of vehicles that are perhaps charging in that station. And we offer global certifications, UL, CE, FCC, and KCC, to be used globally in case the OEM happens to be a global entity in themselves. There is an SD memory card slot, which can be used to store the project files on, can be used to store manuals, can be used to store advertisements, whatever you happen to want to add. And it can also be used to upload data from the charger itself onto the SD card for later reference by the service techs if needed. And of course, we offer either the Beijer branded option, or we can offer our displays with no branding at all, or with custom design. So whatever you'd like to add on. And also our iX software used to configure the HMIs are vastly powerful in terms of their feature sets, and also being able to script in C# to customize your display in any way that you'd like to see. And as I mentioned, we do manufacture the fully sealed models. The reason I am showing this particular slide is that in a fast evolving market such as EV chargers and stations, having a display located remote to the actual charging pile may be of interest, especially if the charge point operator would like to provide a place to check the charge status for their bay while they're inside, access tourist information if they happen to be in a particular area of the country or globe. And they also can place orders at the station's cafe if they would so choose. So, and as you can see, the mounting here, if I can zoom in properly, you can see that these have a standard base mount as well. So should be able to apply to any type of boom or type of display mount as well. And in addition to our rugged HMI family in the X2 Extreme, Beijer Electronics also offers a full customization of the labeling to help companies in their branding, as I mentioned before. So as you can see, you can have either your company's foil on the display, or you could, as I mentioned earlier, have it non-branded at all, so that the manufacturer's name is not displayed. And then if you have a display requirement that is outside of our standard X2 offerings, then we also have a custom group called the Display Solutions Group, which can engage in a discussion to fully design and manufacture a customized solution for a particular OEM's needs. And since we have over 30 years experience in manufacturing standard and custom display solutions, we definitely welcome a discussion with customers to see if going the custom route makes more sense based on the individual needs. And we are flexible. So whether it be the need for multi-touch, capacitive touch, sunlight readable displays, or other functionality, you know that you can come to us. Operator displays are certainly a core competency for Beijer Electronics. 30 years of experience enables us to offer many features that may be desirable to some of our customers. And below is just a sample of some of those features and customization options that you may have. And should our standard offerings not be suitable to your needs, then I urge you to contact us and engage us in a discussion around the particular group's capabilities. And clearly, when you bring leading technology, seamless workflow, complete service, and trusted quality all together, you end up with a total display solution tailored to the particular nuances of your business. Now, a complete EV charging solution goes way beyond the charging pile itself. Regardless of the station's location, a charge point operator will require a complete portfolio of data communication products to bring the data reliably and securely back to a central management system, and then back out to the consumer if desired. Our data integration options range from both wired and wireless industrial grade network switches, routers, and converters. And these products together allow for two-way transfer of charging data, charger availability, remote maintenance capability, and etc. Our Cornix division is a vital key in completing the total EV charging experience so that it is a success for both the consumer and the charge point operator. Designed for harsh industrial environments, our Cornix product line offers features that you'd expect from an industry leader in data communications, such as high levels of security, redundant network products, and a wide host of network management features. And with a 5-year standard warranty offered on majority of the products, customers are assured of our commitment to quality and reliable products. And these next few slides will showcase a variety of industrial Ethernet switches which provide an exhausting number of options when designing a data communication network for your business. Cornix offers rack mount managed switches with or without power over Ethernet when there is high data transmission rates, along with IP cameras perhaps used for station monitoring. When port numbers vary from station to station due to different types of equipment needed to connect, and when managed switches are required for more complex data transmission and segregation, the JetNet Industrial Ethernet product line offers a large number of options to choose from. And with a highly flexible, user-friendly management interface, charging station configurations are handled easily and efficiently. Wireless communications may be an attractive option for EV charging stations as well, remote or otherwise. So having flexibility to manage data to a central management system from various stations in a larger network can utilize devices such as the mobile cellular routers with Wi-Fi to communicate with individual charging piles within the station. And once again, Cornix has a complete line of rugged data communication products for a wide variety of station layouts and locations. Okay, this slide just shows an example layout of some of the charging piles within a charging station and how our data communication products may be utilized to communicate back to a central management system. The EV charging systems, software-based controls may be located in the cloud. They could be on a specific server with internet access as shown in the upper right. And the system is typically going to be network neutral and can communicate with the routers that control the chargers through Ethernet, Wi-Fi, or cell phone data networks such as 4G or LTE. Some devices in the station are powered individually and only require a network connection to the unmanaged switches. However, for some devices, such as remote cameras, as you can see, or even intercom systems, you can utilize the power over Ethernet ports as well. The charge point operator will have communication needs and preferences. Therefore, you should work with a manufacturer of data communication products that are as flexible in their offering as the charging station is with the various layout differences from station to station and country to country. And Cornix manufactures the complete portfolio of products necessary to provide the fast, secure, and reliable data connections that you need. Availability is a key measure of any operation, and we understand this, and we strive to make sure that our products are not the culprit of any downtime experienced by our customers. EV chargers and their stations are the perfect environment for high usage and harsh environmental conditions. Thus, rugged and reliable products are a must. And we proudly publish our reliability data on our website as testament to our commitment to quality and using the highest quality components and materials in our designs. So I strongly encourage you to take a few minutes to take a look at our website, as it is very well laid out, in my opinion, in my experience as well, working in the automation industry. And this slide shows an example of a current customer's charging pile and a communication back to a local control center. With the fact that uptime is a major factor for the charge point operators, our X2 Extreme was utilized in this customer case. The JetWave 2411 and 2414 wireless models also offer excellent reliability and should be considered a viable data communication product. And I don't yet have permission to reveal the name of the OEM that utilizes our X2 Extreme HMIs. However, if you can see many of these installations here in the US, as a major charge point operator utilizes this OEM's chargers in their stations. And so, understanding where we are, under the products and services, we offer the Beijer Electronics X2 Extreme, our display solutions if you need a more customized option, and our Zero Plus Cloud Solutions products to store data is available. And on the Cornix side, our JetNet managed switches and JetWave wireless products are certainly our best foot forward. As far as creating gain for our customers, then as we mentioned, we offer the display solution, customized solution when our standard products are not a viable option for you. And we also have complete IP65 and 66 outdoor ratings for our X2 HMIs. And so if you look at the considerable lifespan of an EV charger of about 10 years, if you look at how dust and moisture can get into an inferior product, you can actually reduce the life of those by up to 70%. And EV chargers are part of Beijer Electronics' 4-segment focus, which are energy, manufacturing, infrastructure, and marine. So it's certainly something we're dedicated to providing now and in the future. And as far as relieving pain, we have expertise in many parts of the world where these EV chargers are located. So we definitely can support them, whether it be through our support teams in the various countries or through our field application engineers located throughout the world as well. And we just started a new connected forum, which is used for, I guess, those who wish to collaborate with one another. So customers can go on, ask questions of experience with one another, and also ask questions of our technical staff, which is manning the connected forum. So feel free to go there. As of right now, I think we have another week left in the promotion. If you go register and ask a question and engage, there you will be automatically entered in a raffle to win an HMI or a free data communication product. And so intuitive operation on the spot, these just show some sample screenshots of what an EV charger project would look like on our X2 Extreme HMI. So you can design the screens any way you wish using our iX Developer HMI configuration software. You have a nice welcome screen. Here you have clear intuitive directions for your customers on the available payment methods. And finally, you provide just the important information for the charging data, along with the cost of their charge at their fingertips, so they know exactly how the charge is proceeding and what their cost would be. And we want to be your partner for user-friendly stations. And we'd like to be your partner in the EV charging business with over 40 years of experience in specializing in display solutions and data communication. We stand ready for the challenge. And with global distribution and sales offices, we are wherever you are and your customers are. Our field application engineers can assist you with your questions before the sale and with the actual applications and projects after the sale. So when you use Beijer products, you know you're going to be using reliable, high-quality equipment that will provide a long life in your equipment and not going into a landfill prematurely. So choose Beijer to be your partner, and you can see the companies below on the slide have already chosen to be partners with us over the long run. So we definitely appreciate and love our customers. Thank you very much for joining us today to learn more about the EV charging market. I I certainly encourage you, if you have any questions or want to learn more about our products, to go to our webpage, www.beijerelectronics.com. And with that, I will sign off. Thank you so much for attending.